Right, so this should be recording properly, and for today's matchup,
I am aware that he probably wasn't expecting this because it's all set in fucking December, but as I said, I have a fair amount of backlog because holidays. Anyway, as always, with regards to whether I review a replay or not, I give priority to those who haven't reviewed before. I then give priority to those who instill new champions, and then a higher priority to those who probably watch this channel for certain champions like Swain. If not LeBlanc, if not that, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, generally if you're a first time person sending a replay in, I can almost guarantee it will be reviewed, unless it's you stomping someone, in which case I'll probably send you an email saying, why are you sending me this? It has no relevance whatsoever how to make you improve. Anyway, so this is around Silver 1 in rank apparently. Don't know whether this was lower or... I don't know whether this is any later or any lower when you send this to me. But my first question would be as to who picked first, and I'm going to guess, given this... Yeah, you probably did pick first, if not they swapped, in which case that is a risk you run. My immediate first problem I have is that you run backwards when she throws something at you. When Lux throws something at you, you either run forwards or sideways, but never backwards, because they almost always aim behind you because they expect everybody to run backwards. You would be surprised. This is not a good matchup, and I don't understand why you started with W either, which is even worse, because you should generally start with E. E, Q, W, but you didn't. You started with everything but E. Okay. She started full AP, but no MR. So, actually, you could have laid the punishment down on her very, very early, but you decided to play... I have no idea what the fuck that was about. This is bizarre on so many levels. If you're trying to play the game that she's going to push it, and therefore you want to push it back, it doesn't work that way. You have to do what you can and just CS under the turret, of which you're not very... I was going to say not very doing well, but it's just... My English, please. You're not doing it right. You're still not doing it right. You finally threw something at her. Amazing. But unfortunately, she is shoving it to your turret. It's not a matter of what normally happens, where she shoves it to your turret and you can't CS with jack beans. It was you aren't even trying to do it correctly. So what can you do? Nope. You are suffering from a very extreme form of Swain syndrome where you can't even get the small ones, which is bad. Oh dear. I sort of get why you started with boots, but in this case it's not helping you either because you're not dodging anything. Tryndamere wants to gank, but unfortunately she's already run the fuck away. You're not CSing correctly. And that was the problem with your positioning. Already we have problems, right? You're making it way too easy for her. Because you're literally standing with your minions. Therefore, if she throws that Lucian Singularity, it will hit the minions which you want and hits you, which you also want. You're not giving him a choice. It's also a bit like Maud. Either make him hit you or the minions, but definitely not both. Oh my god, you caught her, but at the same time you died because you got caught by her as well. Like, why? You can't challenge her this early. You're not 6, and you definitely weren't going to 100-0, well that's for certain. You have no wards, but it's okay. Because Diana is jungling, and Diana is generally a worthless jungler as far as I'm concerned. Especially before 6 anyway. It's like, Tryndamere is wasting his time. You're just going to get punished from long range. The best you can do, honestly, is just to CS as best as you can. Because nothing else is going to happen, that's for certain. If you were wondering why this is such a terrible matchup, it's because the nature of Swain has dots, and Prismatic Barrier, right, will refresh unless this is changed, right? Unless it's a change and I haven't realized it, in which case, oh wait, you're getting ganked. She missed. She missed. Why are you not? Oh, you got it, but you got hit as well. I was going to say because this refreshes, the shield refreshes twice, and therefore rank 1 of that, doing 160 shielding, will easily take on your tier 3 rank 3 ability. So she missed, but that was a terrible thing. This was coming a fucking mile away. She's not going anywhere. All I do was sidestep 1 centimeter, and they wouldn't have been hit by this. But no. You just saw it coming and just accepted your fate. I don't understand. It's almost as if you're focused on I must at least get a kill, and then you just lose all focus on everything else that's coming at you. So, what problems have we got at this moment? Your skilling order was wrong. Your positioning was horrible. I don't know. Well, we can say your CS is horrible, but at the same time, that's just the general thing. With regard, it's just normal at the moment. It's positioning, and you're letting her get to you way too much. Like, you're still just ineffectually using your mana. You can't use Raven form that long because you don't have blue buff. And you're trying to regenerate, but at the same time you're still using it too long and you're out of mana. So you're definitely no threat to her now if you ever were one. Nope, that's not how you do it. Oh my god, a person in Silver 1 who knows about wards? Amazing! We keep going, not really much happening, so I'm just going to skip this as far as I can. I don't blame you not doing Wolves and Wraiths, because you just don't have the mana to do so. There's a problem when you play Swain. If you're behind, you are generally going to stay behind, and you decided to waltz in for no good reason. Right? Tryndamere goes over the side, gets caught. You should have seen that Jarvan was coming down. And why is your ult on so early? What? Your ult is on full 2-3 seconds way too early, and then it's like, you can't pull out of here. Except you didn't even try to pull out, you just kept going in, you sacrificed yourself for Tryndamere. It's like, what? I don't even... Okay. So before I was rudely interrupted by my door, let's keep going. Already there are major mistakes. Right? Some of them, I don't even understand why. Some of them are positioning factors, and some of them are just... I don't know. I honestly do not know. You're now trying to play catch-up, and Lux is incredibly far ahead. So, you catch them at the Drake. Right? Or you were going to catch them at the Drake. Because you see them here. So, right, let's go to priorities. Where's Diana gonna go, and why were you trying to catch her? Right? That was gonna do nothing. You could have tried to catch Taric, which would have been a far better idea, but as it was, you were going to, like, I don't know, Raven a dead corpse. And because you're not Leona, there's no reason you want to do that. At all. Then you buy Sorcerer's Shoes, which is probably not what you want against this team comp. You have a stun, you have snare, you have slows. Anyway, you need a Zonya's more than tier 2 boots. You know this, or at least you know I know this, and that's what I always tell you to do, because you're at 20 minutes and you only have a Rod of Ages and tier 2 boots. Yeah, that's not going to do you very many favors. But, and it's a big but, At least Varus is fed, and you must now protect him at all costs, because you are now irrelevant. And he knows it. Which is why he took your blue, obviously. You again try and take on everybody with your face while Strindomir lives. Right. So, you turned it off because you wanted to farm. My question is, why are you even here? I know that Bane was here, but it's more the point that you were farming, right? Your bot lane, aka the people who are carrying you, currently aren't here. And they're quite clearly not intercepting them. Therefore, why are you even remotely here? You see Vayne on this sword coming in. Your first instinct should have been run the fuck away. You should not even been remotely here yet. I know you tried to save Trin, but no. No. Terrible idea was terrible. Do not save the retards. You know this. And yet you did it. I don't understand. Do you watch my stream or not? You know, very much that I am a vast believer and propagator of evolution, and part of evolution involves letting the retards fucking die. And you, my dear sir, are not helping. It's Trindaquare. He has a magic press R button that, in some cases, like German, is incredibly hard to press, it would appear. But alas. Turn your ult off. Even a second can be crucial, but you're not doing it. This rage, this QQ is amazing. You're now trying to purchase Zhonya's. When, honestly, I would at this point have actually gone for Chalice instead, because you're sort of beyond the point of... I was going to say beneath, but it's sort of... They're not focusing you now, because you're not the main threat. Fucking Varus is. And they probably won't be focusing you. But hey, those tier 2 boots, they're not doing very much. Whoop. As you see, you had exploded. Yes. That's because you're way out in front with no backup, really. Right? Sona went toward. Varus is on the wrong side of the fucking universe. And so you're being, bursted down. I know you could say, but Zons would have helped you here. True, it would have helped you here. But unfortunately, you're so behind, you don't have it. You are basically out in front when you should have never been there. I'm still going to state that your main problem is positioning. And fucking hell, Tarek going man mode. I mean, he is super fabulous and gay, so I guess he has to do that instead as being effeminate. Right, so there's Vayne running around in fucking circles. Where's Varus and what is she doing? Varus is busy farming. Because he is pro. Stand in melee range. Stand in melee range. Yeah! ADCs with a win. Sona gets a double kill because supports are OP. I would not be surprised if Sona actually was doing more damage than you at this point. Moving swiftly on, you attempt to get blue. You then attempt to farm the jungle, you're trying to get back into relevance, but the point is, you should have had this shit 10 minutes ago! 10 minutes behind! Oh dear! Why are you focusing Jarvan? There's a Vayne next to you. Why are you focusing Jarvan? There's a Vayne next to you! Oh, this isn't even map awareness, it's local awareness. You just ignore the fact there's a Vayne sitting next to you begging to be squashed and you still want to hit Charmander. Ah. Also, I would not trust Tryndamere to take this alive. Case in fucking point! Good call was good. Who came up with that one? Oh my dear fucking god, this was a terrible fucking idea. Right, we killed their ADC, we killed one of their jungler. Problem is, you don't have the damage to do this. Tryndamere is fucking autistic, and I wouldn't trust him to do this. Mundo is fucking Mundo, and currently doesn't have the damage, he's just pure tank. Like, your ADC is dead, and we'll get here in time. This is a terrible idea. And now you're locked in the fucking Baron pit, and you have no mana. This was a terrible idea, and I don't believe... This is the thing, even if a retard says go for the Baron, it's quite clearly a terrible idea. Don't do it. Don't... Ah, dear. So, second cardinal sin. Listening to the retards. I guess that must be the first one. First one's actually listening to them, second one's trying to save them. I don't know. One's compassion, one's stupidity. I guess you should be able to be forgiven for compassion, but... And Varus is still in fucking melee range. Let's just watch this for one moment. You know I hate this for all ADCs, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he never bothered to move. If you ever send me an ADC video, right, and you're in melee range of someone, and you just sit there and take to the face, you have been warned. I never liked Tarek as a support. He always seemed not be able to do very much. It was just, I'm just here to fill up space and my delicious, fabulous auras, but... dear. Hey look, Tarek is again going charging straight in, taking on Mundo. And you know what? He actually gets away with it. Which is sad. So what have we got? Right? Why are you charging in here when you should be peeling for Varus, right? Their ADC is not as fed as yours, and the more to the point, you need your ADC in order to win the fucking game, and here you are chasing off after people. Target priorities, you have already done it wrong, and also Tryndamere didn't press R because... Wait, who did you just use your abilities on? But the first thing was, he is literally next to you and you ignore him when... Oh dear. Right? Then you flash. Did you just... I have no idea who you tormented, if you tormented anybody. It looks like you just Zonya'd without using any abilities. And you mistimed it because brilliance. Okay, you get away with it, but turn your fucking ult off! If you were in any way, shape or form miles stronger, or even where you should be, I would not disagree with what you were doing. Unfortunately, in this situation, it worked out, but it was just, you should have secured your ADC. It's much more important. Just in this situation. It's not a gameplay thing, it's just judging the situation. And in this one, it was, you were more useful. I mean, I would say you can't count on Tryndamere to, like, not use his ult, but in most cases, you should pretend that at least they can press one fucking button. I know it's hard, right? I know it sometimes can be hard, but, oh well, you can't do everything, which is what I do and get away with because I am me. Even I can't do that all the time, but at least I can do that some of the time. Do you finally kill Lux? No, you kill Tarek instead because, I don't know. Vayne flashes? You should be able to kill these guys, but I don't know why you're trying to kill these guys. Because you've now killed 4 people, but gained no objectives for it. Oh my god, going for the noob trap of Baron. You can this time. They have no jungle, and you have an ADC. Oh, well. You have an Abyssal Scepter, and you have nothing to buff your mana with. Oh dear. Double oh dear. Excuse me, what happened? LOL, better run and hide as opposed to fighting. Sona with the plays. Varus with the absolutely piss poor shit positioning of I'll just stay completely fucking still. How is this guy winning the game is beyond me, but this is silver, and as we all know, or maybe we don't all know, I don't even. So yeah, you got carried, I believe you know that. Yeah. You had a positioning problem. You didn't farm very well. Admittedly, it is a poor matchup, but you still played it wrong. Your decision making wasn't brilliant. And I don't know. You got carried by a retard. How does that make you feel? Live with the shame. Shame and shun. My name is Serviet. Have fun.